So what's up gamers, hope you all are doing great. I'm back after a long time. So in this video I'll be showing you guys how you can record your gameplay on a really low-end PC. Now a lot of you guys have asked me which software do I use. Now I usually use Nvidia GeForce Experience or OBS. But however, I recently got this software that is really good at recording on a low-end PC. The software that I'm talking about is called Bandicam. Now this is definitely not a new software, people used to use it back in the days a lot. This software is a paid software and I know that, but however, if you know where to download it from, you can get it for free. Now I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I'm not going to show you how to do that because of legal reasons. I hope you understand that. So let's talk about how you can use this software, and this software really works well on a low-end PC or old PCs, as this software itself is a really old software as well. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, you have to download it from their official website or download it from anywhere that you want. So after downloading it, just go ahead and install the software. So let's open it. And here you'll find this kind of interface. Now I'm using the latest version of it and it's unregistered. I didn't pay for it. But however, if you're going to be serious about your gameplay recording and you have an audience that likes to watch your gameplay, then I highly recommend that you register this software. It doesn't cost much. I think it costs around $40 and I think it's definitely worth it. Okay, so let's talk about how you can record with this software. So there are three modes here. First is the screen recording, there is the gameplay recording, and there is the HDMI. Let's talk about how you can record with it. First of all, you want to go to general. Now first you want to select your output folder. Usually it's on C drive, documents, and then Bandicam folder. But however, you can change it to somewhere that you want to. I'm not going to change it. I think it's good enough for me. Then come to the video option, and here you can set the hotkey for your recording. For me it's F12. I think F12 is good. I don't use it for anything else, so I think F12 is good enough. Now here you can see some options like pause hotkey, like you can pause the recording, but I don't think it's important because you can just basically cut the part that you don't want in your video just by using an editing software. Then you can show your mouse cursor, which I definitely recommend taking it. Then we don't need click effects, but however you can add click effects if you want. Then if you have a webcam, then you can definitely add a webcam overlay. Then comes the video format. Now this might be different for everyone, but however, if you're using an Nvidia GPU, then I recommend using H264 Nvidia NVENC codec. But if you're using Intel HD GPU, there's one for Intel and one for AMD as well. But if your GPU doesn't have any special codec, then you can use the H.264, which is the CPU one. But I don't recommend using MPEG4. Then comes the full size or the half size. So if you think that your PC can record the gameplay in full size, which is basically 1920 into 1080, then I recommend using full size. But if you think that your PC isn't good enough, then just use half size for that. Then comes the profile, which is auto. I think it's auto is okay, I don't care. Then comes the quality, which is basically in percent, like 80% or 100%. I think 80% or 90% would be good enough. But if your PC is still lagging or something like that, then set it to 60 or 50%. Then I don't think anything that you have to do on the audio section. Just hit OK. Now if you think that all those things that I just showed you are kind of complicated for you, you can just use the pre-made presets from here. Just click on presets and set it to YouTube or Twitter 1080p or 720p. Then you can also take screenshots with this software, which has the hotkey of F11. So here you can see all the options like before. So just go ahead and hit show mouse cursor. Then JPEG, high quality is good enough. JPG actually. Now let's talk about how you can record your gameplay and how you can confirm if your gameplay is recording or not. So for that, just go to the game option, then go to FPS and make sure that FPS overlay is turned on, because that way it will be easy to confirm if your gameplay is recording or not. Now from the FPS overlay, you might want to turn on a hotkey for that. So just tick this option and select F9. So now let's go into the game and just record some gameplay. By the way, one thing that I kind of forgot to mention is that the free version only lets you record up to 10 minutes. So if you are going to be serious, as I said, you might want to consider buying the actual software. So if I currently press the recording hotkey, which is F10 for me, then you guys can see the FPS counter drops to red instead of green. Now red FPS counter means that the gameplay is currently recording. So that's pretty much it. Now if I press the screenshot hotkey, which is F11, then you can see the FPS counter goes yellow for a while, and that's because it's just basically capturing a screenshot. So that's all there is to using this software. Now if you are going to record a gameplay with this software, you might want to keep in mind that the game runs at over 40 FPS, because you have to keep in mind that the FPS will drop by 5 to 10 FPS when recording with this software for any PC. Now if you use this software to record your gameplay, another thing you might notice is that there's a watermark on the top which says www.bandicam.com. Now in that case you can just keep it as it is, but you can also create a PNG file like this to just overlay it using our editing software for your gameplay videos, and I think that's good enough. So I think that's it for today, and I hope that helped you guys, and if it did, then please consider subscribing and liking the video. And I'm extremely sorry for my voice because it's been a while since I've made a video. So well, this is it for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.